Hi everybody! I am so exhausted. I just woke up. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I did not want to wake up this morning. I did not clean up last night. Yeah, it's pretty gross in here right now. It's not like horrible, but it could be better. We're gonna clean it up together. Remy's got therapy this morning, and then when I get back, because Grandma will be here, I will have like 2, maybe 3 hours to clean. So let's get this done together, guys. So for anyone that might be new here, I'm just going to take a second to introduce myself really quick. My name is Koreena. This is my channel, Koreenacleans, and I am a wife and a mother to a 2-year-old little boy. He'll be 3 in November. His name is Remington, and he is on the spectrum, so he's not, I don't want to say a normal kid, but he's not atypical for sure. Some of the challenges that I've went through as a mom has been difficult, but I'm hanging on and I'm learning every day just as much as he is. I hope that you stick around and join my community here. There's always tons of cleaning motivation between the husband, the dog, and the baby. It is a complete disaster all the time in this house, and I have so many fun projects coming up. So we just moved in this house, I want to say almost 3 years ago, and slowly redoing it, and obviously slowly redoing it because things are expensive right now in the economies. Everything is like double the price, and a lot of people are very, very busy. So there's a lot of fun stuff coming up in this house. I hope that you join my community here on YouTube. So here on day one, we're just doing some basic cleanup, nothing too crazy, just some vacuuming, putting things away, definitely mopping these floors as best as I could. They get pretty gross on this side of the house because of the dog. This is mainly where he hangs out. So this is just day one. This was filmed over 3 days. So on day two, we are going outside. We are going to be cleaning some windows. And I'm going to be setting up an awesome new little space outside. So stay tuned for that.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
So the vacuum that I'm mainly using to clean all of the floors today is my Dyson V11 outsize vacuum, which also comes apart to become hand vac. Most Dysons do, which is awesome, and they have so many different attachments. The ones that I use the most are the upholstery tool and the crevice tool. Those are my two go-tos. I use them probably just as much as I do the regular roller head. If you do get a Dyson vacuum or any cordless vac really at all that does come apart to become a hand vac, highly recommend getting an upholstery tool and a crevice tool over any of the other attachments they may offer. Sure, they might be helpful, but I don't know, in just my opinion, those are the two attachments that I foresee almost every single average person using more often than not. That's just my recommendation. You don't have to listen to me. I'm not an expert on vacuums, but I do know a thing or two. To also mop here, I was using my Shark steam mop. I got that from BJ's, and that one really, I use that a lot in that area because the dried on drool that I get on my hardwood floors is almost impossible to get off with anything else other than a steam mop. I tend to use that by the dog food bowl area, and then everywhere else I kind of just go with what I'm in the mood with. I don't ever prefer one thing over the other. I was using my O-Cedar spin mop today. I just genuinely enjoy mopping with the O-Cedar bucket. In my opinion, it picks up just as much dirt and debris as any other fancy mop that you might buy. Gets the job done. You do break more of a sweat getting the job done than, say using the Bissell spin wave mop that I also have. That one, it gets the job done just as good as the O-Cedar mop does. You just don't break a sweat. You just kind of hold it there and spray the water, and the machine does it for you. The O-Cedar, you really got to put in a little bit of effort, but it's still extremely satisfying, and it makes my floors smell great, so why not? So while I am washing these Bissell parts, I just wanted to take a second to say thank you. If you are a returning subscriber, I thank you so, so much for being a part of this community. And if you are new here, thank you so much. You are the reason why I make these videos and keep making these videos. So I hope you join my community here on YouTube. I truly do have some of the nicest people here and some of the most genuine people as well. If you're one of those, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video. Here in just a second, we're going outside. We're going to be doing some summer cleanup. I'm so excited. We're going to be getting these outdoor windows all cleaned up so we can actually see out of them. Wouldn't that be nice in the morning to actually see out of them and not have spider webs all over the place? And then we're going to be putting up a really cool little gazebo and some outdoor rugs so that me and Remy have a place during the day to hang out and play with his toys so we don't get sunburned. The sun is so strong here sometimes, like the UVs. 5 minutes outside and me and Remy are sunburnt. It's impossible to not get sunburn. I don't know, maybe it's just my skin type that I have. I'm not sure, but I get sunburned so quickly if I'm not wearing SPF and then keep applying SPF. Hopefully this solves that issue for me in Remington this summer. And it makes the deck look so much nicer because if you've been here before, you know our outside deck needs to be completely redone, but that is not in our budget right now. We cannot afford to redo it, so we're just making do with what we have in the meantime until we can get the pool area and the entire deck redone. So I absolutely love this water table for Remy. I got this last year. I will have the video linked right above of where I'm putting it together. Love, love, love this water table. I actually want to do that little hack that the moms are sharing all over TikTok of putting a pump in it. So maybe I'll do that next week. I will let you guys know. I'll probably make a video of it, of course, probably like a short or something, but I will let you guys know when I do that and if it actually works or not, because I'm sure like some people are like, oh, will that actually work? And they're like, get skeptical, and how long will it actually last? Will your kids get electrocuted? I don't know. I'll let you guys know if any of that happens when I try it out. But the scrubber that I am using, I will have that linked down below as well. This thing is so helpful. I use it in many different places. I've used it on a rug before. I used it on tile floors. In my front closet, I used it to really scrub those tiles and then just mopped it up with the Osier spin mop. The combination of the bucket and the mop with the scrubber, that trio is like my favorite. I absolutely love those three things together. If I could choose like only one thing to clean, it would probably be a scrubber, a mop, and like dish soap. Those three things always get anything clean, or almost anything clean. Let me not, over exaggerate here. Also, the hose that I'm using, I got that from Home Depot last week. Still very excited about it because The other hose that we had was gross. It was like a good hose, but it was like dirty and nasty. I'm just excited to have a new hose. Stay tuned because here in a second, I'm going to be putting that thing together. I did have to call in for reinforcements, so Jeremy will be joining us here in a second too to help me out. I know it doesn't look good yet, but just wait for it. So this is as far as I could get, and then I had to come have Jeremy help me. I got most of it together, but I wasn't tall enough to push it all the way up. I'm just too short for that. After he did that for me, I was going to hang up the current netting, which I think is the cutest thing ever, so I can close these at nighttime if I want to hang out here by myself and there's a lot of bugs out. I can just close these and zip them up, and it'll help keep the bugs out. Obviously, it's not going to keep all of them out, but it'll keep a majority of them away, which I think is super, super cool, especially because we live here on a lake. So we have so many mosquitoes, especially during the summer. So any tiny little light or smell of like perfume or anything, they're like literally attacking you, and they don't care about bug spray. So don't even try. These bugs around this lake are just so savage. They eat you alive. I remember last year for 4th of July, me and my cousin and my husband went down to the lake, like our dock, to watch the fireworks after put the baby to sleep. We just brought the monitor down with us. And I think we were down there for 10, 15 minutes, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, we have to go. It was so bad. It was so bad. I was completely like covered in mosquito bites the next morning. But these rugs are so nice. I know it doesn't look perfect, but I think it looks so much better and we're gonna get so much use out of that space that we created on the deck. I will be sharing that probably a lot more in my videos, the maintenance of the rugs and whatnot. So now we are going to be moving on to the kitchen and dining room, and then we're going to be popping into the living room and completely declutter and organize my son's toys with me. We're also going to be deep cleaning the floors over there and moving some of the furniture around as well. So stay tuned. That'll be coming up here in just a sec. So this right here is my Bissell crosswave cordless wet dry vac. I love this thing for several different reasons. I have their original corded crosswave, and I will say the main difference between, well, they have two main differences. Obviously, one's corded, one's not. The corded one is way more powerful than the cordless one. In my opinion, I don't know if that's true. I don't know. The corded one feels so much more powerful. That's just my opinion. And then this one is self-cleaning, so that's like the main reason why I love that. For like quick cleans, like the kitchen, like a small area, it is fantastic for that. And it's self-cleaning because that's the one thing I hate the most about the corded crosswave, the original. I hate cleaning it. It's horrible. I hate it. But I keep using it and I will continue to keep using it because it does a good job at cleaning. If that means I have to wash the dirty water tank, then so be it, just because that's how good of a machine it is. See, now if they could come out with a corded crosswave that is also self-cleaning, that when I put it back on a base, that would be amazing. Like absolutely amazing. I would pay like X amount of dollars for something like that if I could get best of both worlds between the cordless and the corded. Just as powerful, but also is self-cleaning. I would love, love, love that. Now we are moving on to the living room. This is the other side of the living room. I'll be showing you the main side of the living room in a second, but this is like Remington's side of the living room basically. And I'm going to be decluttering his toys and starting a toy rotation. I think there's just too much here for him. It is too overstimulating. I noticed that he doesn't go over and pull out toys on his own, because when he gets over there, I've watched him go over there before, and his eyes just go back and forth, up and down, like way too overwhelmed by the amount of stuff. And I've noticed that. So since minimizing this and getting rid of and I didn't get rid of anything, so let me make that clear. I put it in bins and put it away to bring back out and, swap out toys, like a toy rotation. Since doing that, I noticed that he has been going over to these bins a lot more and choosing something that he wants to play with and bringing it out. Now, he didn't do that before at all. I think for many reasons, but three main reasons is it was too cluttered. It was more out of the way, and he couldn't visually see the toys. He's the type of kid that has to see it to want it. He can't just know that it's there, if that makes sense. But it makes sense to me, so I made sure everything was visible, organized, and, inviting. And I brought out some stuff that he hasn't seen in a long time, and that really sparked something in him this week. I will continue to keep doing this because it seemed to really work for him. And hey, maybe it'll work for your kids too. You never know until you try. So, yes, on the TV, I am watching my own videos. I go back and rewatch my videos to see what I could have done better, or how good or bad my video quality was, if my volume was too loud or too low. I just like to always do lots of self-improvements, and that include the quality of content that I put out for you. I would always like to do something better than I did the week before, or the month before, or the day before. I would like to constantly learn from my mistakes and fix those. I don't know, just constantly improve. So that's one of the ways that I do that. I go back and watch my own videos. I watch them from my own account. They don't count as watch hours, if that makes sense, because YouTube, I guess, just does that. If you're watching your own videos like I am, you're not gaining anything from that by watching your own videos, because I'm sure that people have done that before, where they just like put their own videos up and just continuously watch it over and over and over again to get watch hours, I guess, as like a cheat code. But you can't do that if you're watching from your own account, watching your own videos. I did check just to make sure, because I want everything that I do here to be authentic, and like I want to like genuinely feel like I'm earning this and I'm working for it. That's just one of the ways that I self-improve. Now, I am mopping my mats. I do mop the mats. It's easier this way. I can spray it and wipe it down with a rag, but it's basically the same thing as just mopping it really quick. It's to get all of the stains off and help them smell better, because I leave these out all of the time. If you're new here, this stuff is out always. My son is on the spectrum, and having all of the soft play and OT therapy equipment here to constantly help him improve is at the top of my priority, other than having an aesthetically pleasing living room. Would I love to have an aesthetically pleasing living room? Yes, I would, but some things are just more important than others. So we are nearing the end of this video here. If you made it this far in my video, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here. I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye!